Oh, wait. Nope. Should have the music ready. Has the throne been taken over by Inart? Is Hot Toys days numbered? We're going to talk about all of that and more tonight on Geek Dad Live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Geek Dad Live. My name is Jay, and with me, as always, is my good friend Quip. Quip, how you doing tonight?
I am fan-freaking-tastic. Coming off a high of doing Brickstream with Brandon Dash and Sebastian Gomez, two of my favorite toy artists. So
good peeps over there. Yes, hopefully everybody enjoyed that stream over on Brick Something's channel. I've been rewatching Stranger Things, so we've been in a Stranger Things kind of kick in this household. But excited to talk toys with you tonight, my friend. Our pre-Thanksgiving, or at least USA Thanksgiving, not Canadian Thanksgiving. And we still have some cool toy news to dive into, including our main topic, which is the Inart Dark Knight Rises Catwoman figure that we can't buy in America. So, but I'm jealous. There's ways to import them, right? Is that a thing?
There usually are ways. Like I think even the Inart 1/12 Batman is starting to roll in now. It's a little pricier, but as we understand it, it is pricier to ship things, to import things now. So it's part of the game.
Yep, it's a thing. It's a thing. But it just something about that figure because you sent it into our group chat. It just I was like, this might be the most beautiful action figure I've ever seen in my life. And it may just because Anne Hathaway is an incredibly beautiful individual. Not to discount that, but just the way they captured her likeness, beauty aside, it seems, I don't know. We'll dive into it. We'll dive into it. We should have a special surprise guest appearance by a fellow toy tuber at some point in time. I gave him the link and said, hey, just jump in whenever. So they'll just jump on in. But the little tease there.
Folks, leave your guesses in the chat. Who can it be now?
Can it be now? Yeah, it might have been the red lips. It's just I was just like, oh my goodness. Michelle Pfeiffer is number one in my heart, but maybe it's Anne Hathaway. What do I know?
Maybe there's room in your heart
for another Catwoman. I don't know. But let's say everybody that's here right now, hey, make sure you put in your likes if you can, to make sure everybody knows we're streaming right now. But before we get any further, let's say hello to the chat. It's hopping as always. I don't know what setting is off on this thing that makes everybody's names not their just username. It's just whatever. But we got Chris Kenny, we got Gray Fox, Brick Something, Shelf Presence, James Vinipold, Boo Cat, Patrick, Shelf Presence, Dolers is here. Brian Brinkmaster of Charts, Daith is here. Jimmy Seals, Flash, Fake Wood Table, Matt Bush, Rock Nerd Radio, Brad Brooks. Good to see you, my friend. Joey Curell is here. John Franzik is here. Technicolor in the house. J-Rod, member for 39 months. Thank you so much. We'll make sure we get into the anniversaries in a second. Chris is here. Frankie Rivera, Studio Eng, Pablo Gonzalez, Artcast, Allison Choi, Jamelin Parks is here. We go. Anybody? Chad Stewart, Tony Johnson. And I'm sure there's more. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry. Arcade Broken. So many more. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Oh, we had Chad Stewart gifted 5 GDL family memberships. Hold on.
Hey.
I got family.
Thank you so much, Chad Stewart, for gifting some memberships. Also some membership anniversaries. We got J-Rod, 39 months. And then Minute Muncher, that's not their actual username, I don't think, what they prefer to use. But member for 19 months. And winner, chicken dinner, Dorlaxian got it correct because joining us all the way from sunny California is our good friend, Hat Tour.
Hey.
Matt Hatter. How's it going, my friend?
What's going on, boys?
Hey, I'm excited. This is our first time streaming, actually.
I know, Quip. It's a little awkward, man. I'm gonna be honest. It's already awkward. God, what do we say to each other now? What's going on, guys?
Well, yeah, I guess it is kind of wild. But we did Hatter, you and I did a bootleg Toy Anxiety this past week. So we've been hanging out a lot lately. It's been nice. It's been really nice. But you're not here for niceties. It's awkward because of
this. That's right. Quip. Stop making me feel this way. Stop making me feel these feelings.
But Nir, you had a big announcement that you had a video you posted, and you said, "Hey, probably a good idea to watch it before we go." And I didn't watch it, so I'm a terrible friend. But what you got another drop, the last figure in Wave 1 coming out, right? Am I?
Yeah, I just not to go right into shill mode, Jay, but I did want to announce, and Jay, are you my not oldest as in age, but longest YouTube bro? Like we've known, I think,
a long time. It's since the debate. Right? Since the debate, I think.
Since the debate. Yes. When was the debate?
21?
2022? 21? No, I think it was 21. Yeah.
That's right.
And speaking of the debate, so Hatter, giving you your flowers and your kudos and saying thank you, your channel. So I started watching you during the pandemic, and it was that debate where you were like, hey, check out Geek Dad Life. And then I went over here and then discovered Jay and John, and then now I'm here. So yeah.
Wow. I thought it was the other way. I thought it was
I started off on your channel.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, I mean, and look at you guys now. You guys
That's Hatter's fault. I wouldn't have Quip in my life for better.
2 peas in a pod. That's awesome. I love that.
But yeah, so 2021. Yeah, because I reached out to you because I wanted it to be a fun, let's not take ourselves too seriously event. And so I was like, Hatter, I love you. Like, do you want to do like the post debate show?
I know.
And same thing, reached out to YHS at Toy Anxiety at the same time, got Craig involved as well. So yeah, if that's the earliest, I don't know if you've had any other like friendships before that.
No, that's probably the earliest. As long as it's earlier than Johnny Nostalgia, because he's kind of like a new, like he's
kind of the new kid on the block, but he's been around for a few years now too, hasn't he?
I know.
2023. At least.
Definitely pre his channel for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Not to bring that guy into the conversation.
Well, I think we all saw that video of his like bashing on Super 7's Robin Hood figure or whatever.
Yeah, he made sure that
kid coming into the scene.
Who's this new punk? Who's this 39-year-old punk that's jumping on the scene? Or I don't know how old he is. But yes, thanks for bringing me on, boys. Quickly, just wanted to shill the we have a figure that's going to be dropping on Saturday, and we have a little holiday special that we made for it. So if you want to watch like a fun holiday special with guest stars galore,
and not me, thanks for the invite, by the way, Nir, appreciate you.
Wait, what happened?
You didn't invite me.
What do you mean? Invite you to what?
You said guest stars galore. The holiday special.
No. The guest stars are action figures.
Oh,
yes, they are. It starts off with the Ninja Turtles. We brought in everybody. We brought in the whole. Yes, they're all voiced by me. Nobody.
Everybody.
Okay.
What happened?
Oh no, I'm pulling it up now. Just
yes, no. There's tons of surprises. It's a fun little. Yeah, it starts out with these turtles. There's a whole thing. You should watch it at some point. But the purpose of this. And then look, we got the thumbnail on the right-hand side. Full walkthrough. People love that thumbnail. For some reason, I can't figure it out. This is not up yet.
Not live yet.
It's not live yet, but Saturday, I just want to, it's a warning and letting everybody know this Saturday at 10 a.m. Sorry, I'm going on like zero sleep. But this Saturday at 10 a.m. PST, we are dropping the Spirit of Flipboard. We have 200 of these. Awesome. When I did Toys R Us, I had mentioned we were able through the factory. They gave us permission to do 2 tiny runs of 2 figures. So we did one tiny, we did the Toys R Us, and this was always going to be the last one. So this is the official final figure of Flipboard Wave 1, and then that's it. We don't have any more. The Spirit of Greed. And if you go watch the holiday special, it's a fun time, Jay. There's actually 2 cameos in there that I think you yourself would like.
You mentioned, hey, there's Ghostbusters in it. I was like, oh wow,
that's right. That's right.
And
I
had every intention to watch, but the family time kind of became a thing.
I know. I trust me, understand all about that.
It'd be so much easier without the dad part of Geek Dad Life.
I know. But don't go all Jack Torrance. You need that family. You need your.
I can't just go get some milk and cigarettes and just disappear.
Yes, but yes, I'm very proud of this. It is a holiday figure. 10 a.m. Pacific. Toys R Us sold out in seconds. Okay, we have a different plan for this to see if we can. It will sell out very fast. So I'm just saying, if you do want this, please, just show up. And we have also out of the 200, there are 50 bundles that come with a really nice art print right here. And this art print is this is the spirit of the spirit of greed. So I drew this, and this is colored by a very talented man named Ray Robinson. And they're all 50 of them will be signed. They will be numbered. And this is the spirit of greed taking over flippers. You see what I mean? Like it's affecting him and making him hoard all of these toys, like Fawn and the piss tank. And you look at him. He's like, I need all the toys. So this guy right here. We'll have 50 of these if you get the bundle. And it's a fun figure. I really love this. This is a Toy Stalker exclusive. So you can only get it at Toy Stalker. You will not see it anywhere else. This was sort of like Toy Stalker was very integral in the Kickstarter shipping and getting done like it did. So as kind of like a gift to him, I said you can have this. It's like a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. You know what I mean? So you won't get it in another spot. So which kind of irks me because all the money goes to him. I really don't get any of this. This is just kind of.
You didn't like work out some cut or anything?
No, I get no cut. This is like I sold him these for wholesale, and now it's all his. So, but I'm helping this guy out because he's a small business and he does great work and he does great stuff. So yes, spirit of flip or the spirit of greed. Yes, Ralph is the man. Follow Toy Stalker. Order from Toy Stalker. By the way, the only Mesco guy that doesn't charge NRDs, as far as I know. Every place, for the most part, charges something up front. But that's it. That's the Spirit of Greed is going to be up this Saturday, 10 a.m. PST, and I think it will go fast. So yes.
Is that 1 o'clock Eastern?
3 hours difference.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Eastern. There's also, it's not here, but it's in the video, Jay. Among that 200, there is a little addition that you can get. It's at the end of the video. It's called the Spirit of Sifter, and Sifter is Flipboard's old cat that passed away, and and that's why he built the cat. There's a whole thing. It's a whole thing of lore, guys. And yes, 30 lucky people will get that.
Only 30?
There's not this. This comes that catcher comes with every one of them. But if you move forward, you gotta keep going, and keep going. Right there. See, we tell a little story, and then right after this, right after this,
Oliver and Company.
Yes, I just copied the Oliver and Company cat, and I was like, I'll just you get made by Abysai 3D Forge. You'll get this, and
very cool.
I apologize about a lot of people before were like, how come there were only 200 the Toys R Us? How come there's only 200 of these? That's all I could get made.
Wait, hold on. Is this the thumbnail that Johnny Nostalgia is going to use?
Yes, this is John. This is going to be John's thumbnail, right? This might have been John's idea, by the way. It's you all should watch this video. I think you'd have a good time, even if you're not into Flipboard. I think you'd have a good. There's enough references. If there's one thing I can do, it's I can write. So I think you'll like this. It's a nice, fun little sketch. But yes, it's up on Saturday. And Wave 2, we are working on Wave 2 for next year, and we are also working on a long form graphic novel, which is going to be fun. I think it's the funnest thing.
I've heard nothing, like, because we hung out, Jonathan and I were hanging out a couple weekends ago, and he was just effusing praise. And he doesn't effuse praise your way all that often, but he was effusing praise of what he has heard or seen so far of the graphic novel.
John has read the graphic novel. It is Masters of the Universe via South Park. It is a lot of fun. It has a lot of pop culture references. If you are a collector, you're gonna love it. It's called Flipboard and the Champion of Nefertiti: The Hunt for Vibro. And I think you will, even if you're not like you dance around. I think you will have a good time. So yeah, we're gonna come out guns blazing with this. We have a lot of great support from fans of this channel and just a lot of different people. And we also have our naysayers, guys. That happens also. You know what I mean? There's some people out there that make haters
that like fully complete the.
No, we do. I mean, Flipboard can't be as original as rip off GI Joe classified toys, but it's we're trying our best. So if you want to support something original, next year we'll have the Hound is in wave 2, Hound of Tarjay, sculpted by the great Brandon Gash, who is doing the Donatello.
Of course, yes.
I'm working with him. That guy is a genius. Okay,
was that the deal that was negotiated at my
that was negotiated at your party? That handshake. Brandon Gash came up to me at the party because I had shared the Hound of Tarjay. He walked up to me at the party. This is not a flex, and he's like, "Dude, we have to do the Hound." Like, I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the Hound." And he's like, "No, we have to do the Hound." I'm like, this is the easiest money you're going to make, Brandon, because I'm in. And then we just shook hands. And so he's making it awesome. We're going to go for it. Again, we can't be as original as rip off GI Joe classified, guys. We can't be that original, but we are going to come out with guns blazing with some fun toys and hope. I hope this brings just some entertainment and a little light in your life. And yes, this is. And by the way, I should mention this is shipping now. So this Spirit of Flipboard, you buy it on Saturday, it ships on Monday, pretty much.
Whoa,
so,
okay. Yeah, so no like K-pop Demon Hunters, order it now, maybe get it in 2 years situation.
No. This is we delivered pretty fast with the Kickstarter, and we have these in stock. This is a done deal. So yeah. That's it. I appreciate everybody listening. Thank you for listening.
Hope he froze. He was so excited.
And
dude, this is so great. I mean, it's for any of these types of things. You have the tooling, right? But just like, cool. Are you gonna make it like a translucent one? That's what I really want. And so like dropping this here is freaking awesome. And maybe is. And I don't know if this was the case or not, so let me know if I'm speaking out of turn. But the fact that some of those sold at Comic-Con, that took some of the pool away from the online orders, right? So these are all going to be on 200.
Yes. The thing
a little bit, a touch easier. Not saying it's going to be easier or whatever, but maybe it's a little bit.
Yes, it should be easier. Because when we were at Comic-Con, we pulled 80 out of that whole, crop that left 120. So it should be easier. But and I did say it is one per customer, just so everybody gets a chance. If we have others left over after the weekend, we'll make it a 2 per customer. But yes, there will be 2 SKUs. One will be if you just want the Flipboard, and the other will be if you want the bundle. And please, if you can, go to the video to find out what the bundle is. It comes with that art print and some other fun stuff. And then this is it. And I'm very proud of this too, because this is the final figure for Ryan Endersby, Renders FX, who sculpted this. And this was his favorite thing that he was going to do. He loved like the Spirit of Jaga. The Super 7 Spirit of Jaga figure. Yep. And he was always like, I want to make like a spirit type figure. So this means a lot to me to put this out. And this is it. This is and by the way, wave 2, just in case anybody thinks we're resting on our laurels, I mean, it's all new tooling, so we're gonna just be kind of going ground up and figuring that one out. So yeah,
dude, that's really touching. Yeah, again, it's a very touching way to send off and kind of end on a high note there for Renders and this figure. And It's exciting stuff. I'm gonna try to get one. I got a Toys R Us. I got one on the floor at Comic-Con on preview night. But it was for my buddy Dan Crisp, so he ended up getting that one. But this one, I needs it. So people can go to you have a link in your description, but it's not live yet. But that link's not gonna change? Can I put it in the chat if you want to bookmark
you can put that in the chat. That's gonna take you to the individual figure. And if you do want one, guys, just follow my Instagram, Mad Hatter Toy Reviews, and I will make an update before Saturday, and yeah, that's it. I'd like to call it a day on Wave 1. This is it. A holiday figure. I got my dreams out of this. I wanted a Comic-Con figure. I wanted a holiday figure, and now I got what I wanted. So
I love it.
So you can get what you want, guys. Right, Quip?
Absolutely. Go buy it right now. If you really want to get in the spirit of Flip War, use that link to set up a bot in order for you to purchase it from Toy Stalker.
Right.
I do. It's related to that. I know you started this Quip. One per customer doesn't sound very Flip War, Dole says.
No, Dole's right. I mean, it's my whole thing is I got to find the middle ground between like being an honest guy who's trying to sell stuff and being a flipper. And so it is a struggle. I would love to just flip it. There's actually a rumor that the Toys R Us figures on eBay are mine that I'm selling. They're not, but those.
What are those going for right now? I'm actually curious. Are those going for a pretty penny?
I don't know. Put in the sold listings.
Which to me, my favorite part about all of this, Near, is the fact that Flip War is a flipped figure on Toy. Was it Toys R Us?
Toy is ZARIUS because it's completely original. It has nothing to do with another entity. So
it's $300.
Yeah. Look at the sold ones though.
Yeah, look at the sold.
You're right. You gotta go sold.
But yeah, it's
115, 119. What do these sell for again? Retail? What was the retail?
$50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody got 175.
Is Dan Crisp here? I just want him to know like what I did for him. Okay, this could have been you having to pay these secondary market prices.
Yes. Yeah. Don't get caught. And again, if people do like stuff like this, metrics. Honestly, this is a new line. It's a new thing. It's a new original thing. It's so it's very hard to. It's based on a original character. It's very hard to kind of like metric that. We thought 200 would be fine back then. Actually, we were like, I don't know, we don't want to get stuck with them. We don't know. So hopefully, moving forward, we'll see what happens, and we can adjust accordingly and get the perfect calibration.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I get people getting ticked, but you're again as small business as they come, right? It's like just a few people on the Flip War team or Hatter Toys team, and like if you overproduce, then you're sitting on stock and you put your own money into it, blood, sweat, and tears, and you're not in a position of like a Hasbro or even a Mondo or something. Be like, cool. Well, I can't just eat that money. Like so.
No, I can't even really store it. I just I'm just we're just trying to put stuff out there and try to find like a good middle ground. That's why we have like a lot of good accessories, because like we're just trying to get you your money's worth, and that's what we're going to do for Wave 2. Wave 2 is taking as long as it takes because all of these things will come with they will come with accessories that are just super fun. So that's I don't know. That's it.
Beautiful.
That's all I got, guys.
Just spitballing here, floating the idea. You are the Toy Tubing parody man. Have you ever considered doing like a fake backdrop and kind of like doing a mocking Brian Flynn interview, explaining all of the difficulties with Flip War and blaming it on the factory and the lighting and
doing it like doing like a video, like a mock?
Yeah, just kind of saying, hey everybody, creator of Flip War, we're a small boutique business, and just kind of put it out there.
I would love that. I would but I mean that wouldn't be hard for me because I'm not like a multi-millionaire with 2 brick and mortar shops that is like we're just a small, I'm going in tomorrow at 8 a.m. to work. like to go to a real job that I have to do. But if I had a $3 million house and woke up in San Francisco, then maybe I could channel that. I'll have to figure that out. That might be a fun one. But
the only thing is, like, I feel like at this point it's Super 7. Who knows if they'll be around for another 6 months?
True.
Yeah. It's not as fun to pick on them now when they're like clearly. I mean, all toy companies are struggling right now. It just is what it is.
True. That's true.
It's all struggle. We got, and then you got tariffs. I got scorched by tariffs. We got, I'd say scorched. No, I got like grazed. You know how like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, didn't you just beat out right? Or did you have to pay the whole thing?
We still have to pay something, but it just hit that mark where it was just like, because there was some kind of rule that the way we categorized it, and because it went out at the time that it did, that it could. They made us know. They made it very clear what it could have been and what it was, and what it was nothing to shake a stick at for just guys like us. But it also wasn't like, this is it is what it is, and who knows what's going to happen next. I feel real bad for Kickstarters that were like I think of like Monstores, the guy, like David, that's one where he funded and then the stuff kicks in and now he's got to make it, but unless by the time he ships there are no tariffs, like I don't think somebody like that has recourse. So I don't know how that works. We calibrated prices just just enough, you know what I mean? So it's tough to say. What is it? What is Jeff saying? How does the last flipboard for this sculpt period? You're moving on to new figures, I know, but I think we might use the legs, because the legs can fit with a lot of things. But Tosser is going to have new tooling. The Hound for sure has to be new tooling because he's a big body. And then we have something that will share some of this. But this is I think we'll close the book on there's one more funny goofy idea, but it's so goofy I'm not going to get into it, but it's kind of like I'm not going to get into it, but I think it's done. I think I got what I wanted out of it, unless we could do something really funny and people on the chat like agree that like, or we tap into you guys and you go, yeah, that would be funny enough that we would buy that, like then, but I would just like to move on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. That makes it even more special, the waves that you put out there. And if you're ever talking or being on something, Johnny Nostalgia is going to show up.
I know Johnny is. John says I'm obsessed with him, which I won't lie. I sometimes obsess about John, but he's just as obsessed. Okay, he will find his way. He will. When we were at Comic-Con, Jay, I can't tell you how many times they said, "Hey, I'm going to go over here," and then suddenly, who's over there? Who's who's at the booth? Who's in the aisles with me? So I just wish he would admit his love for me. He'll never say that.
Yeah. It's like you don't mind it, but like just be honest on what the situation is,
It's big little brother energy, right? Where it's like you kind of love each other. You don't like when other people give you guys crap, but you guys can give each other all the crap you want.
Yes, I am very quick to jump to John's defense, and John is quick to jump to my defense for others. But then we trash each other, pretty regularly, and but it's all love, you know what I mean? I do love Johnny Nostalgia. Okay, I couldn't do like a weekly show if I was like I'm not that good at like hiding stuff. Like if I'm just biting my finger, like talking to the guy.
I will say also as a good friend of Jonathan, and we live right next to each other, and we hang out in real life relatively as far as adults go. We hang out relatively frequently. But honestly, whenever we hang out, he's just like trying to show me conversations that you two have had. I'm just like, I don't. When you're with me, it's our time. Okay, we don't need to bring him in.
Isn't that is a little bit of a faux pas, John. Like that's
just giving him shit. He doesn't do that much.
I know, I'm good. I was trying to go along with it. I mean, I do love John, although people have been asking for, can you just do a 2-stream with Shumagorath? A lot of people have really fallen into like the Shumagorath kind of camp.
Yeah. Like if Johnny New Toys ever gets like sick or something, if it's a call out, like maybe that's your chance. That's your window.
Dude, that might, but I feel like if we do that, we can't go back. Like, you know what I mean? Like we can't go back to me and Jonathan if it's like me and, you know.
One of my favorite bands is the Beatles, and Pete Best was their drummer, and he got sick, so they had Ringo Starr fill in.
That's right, Ringo.
And the rest was history.
That's what you get, Pete Best. All right, you get sick, that's it. You're replaceable. All right,
you know, the chemistry's there. You can't break it. You know.
No, you can't. I love like subtly like threatening John. It's the best. You know what I mean? Because he's here and he's in the chat. Of course, he's in the chat.
I told you about the day he sent me a voice message.
Remember when I told you about the day he sent me a voice? By the way, John leaves really long. Do you guys hate like really long voice messages where you just look and it's like 3 minutes and you're like, oh, yeah. He leaves like really long messages.
Luckily now they kind of like translate it into text so you can just kind of read it. You know,
I know.
Sometimes it's not accurate.
Yeah, I know.
It's tough. It is tough. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do, guys? Anyway, thank you.
Yes. You said you had like a busy night. You had work to do, so I don't want you to.
I have. You know, speaking of day jobs, I get to prepare like a PowerPoint for a day job. Okay, just in case anybody thinks I'm like rolling in. I get a lot of people ask for like, you know, how do you do this? How do you do that? Toys are, especially in the independent circuit, is my experience, very finite in terms of profit and this and that. Yeah. We're trying to make it so if I can just clear enough that we can put these things out, you know, I would just, you know, and I think that goes for a lot of like independent. I've seen the numbers. I'll say this, and this is outside of Flipboard. If you like independent toys and you trust the source, obviously, you know, I'm not saying invest in all Kickstarters because sometimes there are Kickstarters that are cut and run. But if you like the stuff enough, understand that you know these are thin margins for the most part. You know what I mean? So you know, like I don't know, go out and support independent toys. There's that Odious Kickstarter that's out. I just got one of the Cowboys. I you know hope all that makes it. You know what I mean? And you know, and because there's some original stuff out there. Again, not as original as a certain GI. No, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. Oh God, Shumagorath. By the way, this Shumagorath account does not belong to anyone I know. It's scary, guys. Okay, I will get text from this account. There's something. There's something evil about it. Do you know
I've gotten weird messages. I've been threatened in the chat by Shumagorath. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Right.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's weird. It's weird.
Nostalgia Unboxed. Side note: I heard that Kickstarters that fund in 48 hours aren't worth mentioning when talking about Kickstarter toy companies.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like the "Are we done" guy. Yeah, okay. I guess that's my. You know what? It's like people say stuff on chat that you would like if you were in a conversation with your friends. So I consider both of you my friends, and a guy walked in and be like, "Are we done?" You'd be like, you'd never invite that guy again. But on chat, it's just like, it's just okay. So, but I will wrap it up because I do have to go do some stuff. And Hawkstop, please support Flipboard. I know you're a secret fan. So, yes, thank you. Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And yes, all hail Shumagorath.
Yeah, no, exciting stuff, man. Again, Translucence, always awesome. And again, just you know, again, going back to 2021, that crazy debate between two toy tubers and just seeing everything, you know, that you have been able to create with this and the success of it. And couldn't happen to a better dude. Like, you're just so creative. You have so many great ideas. And
thank you.
And the thing is, this is one thing to like say that or whatever, but the success of this, I hope you see is proof in your talent and your abilities. And I couldn't be more happy or proud of you, man.
No, I appreciate that, and I appreciate your audience has always been very, very supportive, and we have a lot of spillover it's thank you to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Quip. Thank you, Jay. And proceed with the Catwoman. Okay, I know there's sexier stuff out there.
Barely, maybe just
bye,
barely.
guys.
Bye.
Later.
Hatter.
Thanks for coming on.
All right, bye.
Bye. Oh man, love Hatter, love that man. And now this is where Jonathan goes to bed. He's like, all right, I don't have anything else to say here. I'm just gonna go to bed. All right, Quip.
Yes.
Talk to me about, like, what do you know about Inart as a toy company?
Very little. I know kind of cruising their website. I know they've done some vehicles which were very cool. They've got some Batmobiles that they were creating. They had like a tumbler that they were putting out. And I want to say it's a recent development that they're getting into the creation of figures from a lot of these DC properties.
The one that like kind of blew my mind was this 12th scale Dark Knight Batman.
Yeah.
And because actually, yeah, Jonathan, I don't know if he's still in the chat. Like I think he got one to review from them.
Yes.
I believe. And before it was like Street Date or whatever, and he was just like, dude, check out these pictures. Like this thing looks like insane. Like it looks Hot Toys quality, but 6-inch scale, which I think for a lot of people is like the dream in terms of
that's fair. Yeah.
Like what we would like to have, because I have a few Hot Toys. I've generally considered it kind of the gold standard of like, do you want a movie accurate version of a toy or a vehicle?
Yeah.
And yeah, it usually is. But since it's a 12-inch 1/6 scale, you need a lot of space. You need a lot of real estate. And so, this 12th scale thing was beautiful. It looked like they kind of figured it out. And but the thing is it's like I feel like we've gotten a bunch of Batmen before. There's just something about this Catwoman, which I know she is a 12-inch scale figure. She's 1/6. I don't know if we'll get a 6-inch version of her, but to have a rooted haired figure like this one is, and to do it so well, it's absolutely stunning. Like I don't know how. I had the Hot Toys Selina Kyle, the cat or Catwoman. I don't think she was ever called Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises, but that's what she was, right? I had that figure and it was good, but this feels like 100% better than that Hot Toys Selina Kyle Catwoman. Because the eyes look incredible.
Glassiness of the eyes, yeah.
Yes, it's the eyes. And the thing is like, I'm actually a big fan of Anne Hathaway. I think she gets too much crap to kind of being a theater kid or whatever, maybe too excited or whatever. But I'm a big fan of her as an actress. So she has very expressive eyes, and I think her performance in The Dark Knight Rises is phenomenal. It'll be hard to ever beat Michelle Pfeiffer's performance in Batman Returns, right? It might be impossible to ever beat that performance, but I thought her performance was really good. And this figure just looks absolutely incredible. I'm in love. I'm in love.
Yeah. I haven't seen a bad figure from Inart, honestly. I just pulled up their About page and was just kind of looking at some of the figures that they have put out, because Dole did jog my memory that they've done Star Wars figures. They have some Lord of the Ring, like they have an Aragorn with rooted hair, which is phenomenal. I've seen some of their Harry Potter offerings too. So just as far as what they're putting out and the caliber of figure that they're creating, little slower rollouts than Hot Toys, right? Hot Toys has got a lot of IPs, are kind of spread all over. Generally considered in the 1/6 community as kind of the standard Hot Toys, is what you were saying. But looking at Inart, there's something about this smaller creator, and they've only been around since 2022, but I'm sure they are actually pulling artists from all over who have all kinds of experience. They have to be doing that, because
this is the people are talking about 1/12 one in the chat.
Okay, all right, there you go.
She looks good, but the 6 scale one looks way better.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's the rooted hair versus just sculpted hair thing, or the fact that it's like an actual bodysuit over the I don't know, the exoskeleton or whatever. Comparing Rises to Returns is like comparing apples to All Season Tires.
So one is functionally has a place.
What's that?
I said, so the All Season Tires, that is the grown-up purchase. That is the, you know, it's got a purpose, but it's not as fun as, you know.
I mean, I don't live in an area that gets snow enough, Dole, so I don't have to worry about. I guess it's All Season Tires, normal tires.
I would think so. Yeah, they're not snow tires. Snow tires are studded. Anyways, let's not go down tire talk. Enough tire talk. Let's get back to the toys. No, this figure is good. It's just not as. This is more along the lines of. I don't want to say it's what we expect because we've seen some pretty bad 1/12 scale toys. So this is still great. It's still a good toy.
Looks great.
The 1/6 scale though, there is something more about it.
Like
there is
Anne
more
Hathaway.
presence. Yeah,
it's like she's come to life.
Yeah.
And I know they're more expensive, right? Because they actually aren't allowed to import into the United States of America. Probably because Hot Toys has dominion over the states, or in terms of importing in the states. So they are more expensive. But to me, it's like, okay. At the end of the day, a Hot Toy is overpriced. Like, or a Hot Toy is too expensive. A Mondo is too expensive. But it's just like, if you want the best of the best, and when you are looking at it on your shelf, and I have the best recreation of this character, does it matter at that point? Maybe it does. But like, if you're spending $300 for a Hot Toy and $397 for, like, it's expensive no matter what.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather spend the 97 extra bucks to get this version?
It just goes into how you personally want to collect. So acknowledging the reality of things, of the world economy at the moment, right? There's not a lot of disposable income. There are people that are needing to buy things more important than this, like food. So I get the sentiment of saying that something is too expensive because they are unable to participate in the collecting aspect of it. Howsoever, we are also firm believers in artists should be paid for their art. This is not some huge faceless organization. The artists are working very closely with the founder of Inart. So they're a smaller operation. They're using highly skilled people. The artists who put this together. Again, this is now we're getting out of the toy into the sculpture realm, right? This is an art, almost like an art house toy. And that the artists who did work to hone their craft, you're not just paying for this manifestation of their art.
Sure.
You're paying for the hours that they have put into getting their craft to where it is, the hours that they put into understanding the aspect of making rooted hair look good. That's not just Barbie rooted hair. The way that it lays, the undertones in the flesh that don't make it look waxy, everything that we might complain about with the shine on a McFarlane figure when we were talking about that Catwoman, right? This figure is this good, so the people who contributed to this creation should be compensated accordingly. And if that's outside of your price range, okay, that doesn't detract from the value of this figure.
Yeah.
It just means that unfortunately you are unable to purchase it. And that's okay too. It doesn't mean that just because you don't want to buy it or because you can't buy it that this is a bad figure. So just objectively looking at this figure, it's phenomenal.
It's beautiful. I gotta put this in. It's shelf presence. You seem like a reasonable individual. Okay. Returns is an incredible movie. I won't even say it's like mid or anything. And I don't. Everyone can have their takes, but this feels like, whew.
I think honestly, one, we've all got opinions. They're like armpits. Some of them stink. But I think it kind of depends on when you were born.
What is with people not liking Returns?
I don't. I love Forever.
Oh my God.
I don't dislike Batman Returns. It's just I am a Schumacher guy, and I think it's just because I was born in the later part of the
If you're
80s.
younger, the
So
Schumacher.
being
Yeah.
younger, Schumacher was like it hit me right at the right time. So I could see how people who were born early to mid 80s are more fans of Returns because one, you're gonna remember Returns a little more
Yeah, I
because of just
remember
when
we
it
saw
fell
it
into that
opening night. We saw it.
nostalgic sweet spot. Exactly.
Um,
So different strokes for different folks. It's
no,
all good.
exactly. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but to say Returns is bad, whew, it's a hot take. Hot take.
There you go. It's funny. So I was inspired by Derek Hoover, who his comfort movie, if he needs to put something on to fall asleep or whatever, just feel better after a rough day is Batman 89. And so he posted about it recently on IG, and I was thinking, I haven't watched Batman 89 with my daughter yet. I haven't watched. The only Batman my daughter has seen is my personal favorite Batman, which is Forever. And she loves it. So I asked her, I was like, hey, it's about Christmas season. It's about Christmassy time to watch Returns. I don't know if 89 falls into the Christmassy. Yeah, but we're going to do a Bat marathon.
I watched that with my kids, and they loved Returns. So
okay.
We just did it. We just watched Batman 89 and Returns.
Yeah.
And they were locked in. I was worried Batman's a little slow by today's standards. 89 Batman. But they loved the original Superman, 78 Superman, and that's really slow by today's standards. So I was like, okay, you dug, Chris Reeve Superman. Okay, you're good. You're gonna really dig 89 Batman. So and they liked Returns the best. They just thought, again, there's just a lot more, I don't know, cool stuff, I think, and whatever. Whatever.
So we plan on doing a Bat marathon, and kind of last year we did a Ghostbusters marathon, all of them. And so this year we did that for Halloween. So this year we're going to do a Batman marathon just around Christmassy. It's fun. So we're going to see, I'm going to stand back and see what opinion the younger generation has via my daughter.
Love it. Quick tangent. I finally, my kids, I don't know why they didn't want to see it, but they finally were cool with watching The Iron Giant as a fam for family movie night.
All right. And did they recognize the voice?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got family.
But they loved it. They thought it was the greatest movie. I was like, I know I've been telling you guys for years we should do Iron Giant. They finally let me. But okay, let's put a bow on this for this figure. I think it's incredible. I can kind of hear Colleen. She's organizing files in the kind of little living room space next to us. I don't want to say this too loud, but I really want this figure, and I may have to find a way to order it and get it here.
You can order.
Okay, I don't think she heard that.
You can look at your collection, see what you don't necessarily love, maybe send it off.
You don't have to whisper, Quip. You can talk normal.
Yeah, that's true. Why am I whispering?
I can't hear you. You're in headphones.
But you can absolutely just plan accordingly for this. You've got all of doesn't the pre-order open tomorrow? I forget when the pre-order starts for.
There's maybe it'll say no. I think it's 28th. The pre-order opens the 28th.
28th. Okay.
The thing that launches tomorrow that I also want to get is the Analog 3D, which we could talk about that in After Dark. But that's basically like a modern recreation of the Nintendo 64. Those go up for order tomorrow. That's what I'm getting tomorrow. JF, get it, Jay. You deserve it. You're the man of the house. Well, in a marriage, it's two keys to the nuclear bomb. You got to both turn the key at the same time.
I don't know about you, Jay, but I run things in my house.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I run the dishwasher, the washing machine, dryer, vacuum. I run stuff. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Damn, Jay whispering got me steamy. Jay McDreamy over here. Maybe I should do we should do like ASMR live streaming where we just whisper the whole time. But again, like so this Anne Hathaway.
Hold on.
It's not pulling, it's not coming in. All right. So this figure's amazing. It looks so darn it looks so good. All right, Quip, what other things do you want to dive into?
What else do we have up here? So I do know, you want to talk Ramen Toy stuff, like kind of
Oh
segue from one
yeah.
Batman to another Batman. We
Let's
were just
talk
talking
about this.
89.
I just pulled. Oh
There's
shoot! I'm sorry. I did tee this up just before
okay.
we move on. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Patrick did drop this in the Discord, which remind me is
Okay.
the pictures of the ramen toys.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
So this is pretty darn good for the 6-inch
Mhm.
scale. Scale. Sorry. But yeah, no, it looks really good. But I just think the difference there is it's noticeable. This looks like, and I guess it's rooted hair, so that's great.
Mhm.
But like this looks like it looks like an action figure. The other one looks like the person.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So darn good. So darn good. But yeah, I saw it was in Toy News, right? We could pull that up.
I've actually got links to the Facebook that you can see way more detail. Like no joke. Like you could see the panels
I'll get that
inside
teed
the
up
car.
while this is here. But Quip, why don't you just like tee this up? Like what is Ramen Toys trying to pull off here?
All right, so Ace graces us with his presence pretty regularly in the Toy Tube streets, in the chats. He's very active. And so, much like going way back to San Diego Comic-Con, he was feeling some type of way because he didn't actually put something together that was on Dole's wish list, like much of San Diego Comic-Con was. And so,
exactly, like if you aren't pleasing Dole, like what are you doing at Comic-Con?
I mean, what's even the point? So unfortunately, he didn't make it to Dole's first Comic-Con, so he's points off for that. But
he was there.
Wait, no. I'm saying this drop didn't make it in time.
Oh, Ace was at the party. He was there.
Yes, he was there. But this drop was not ready because he just wanted to make sure it was absolutely perfect for Dole. And so this is a conversion kit to take your McFarlane Batman 89 Batmobile and make the one-seater a two-seater. And once you get the other pictures queued up too, you will see the actual screens that are inside of it that are painted of what they're proposing as part of this sculpt. It's pretty cool. So yep, it's basically a two-seater conversion, and it's the CAG 2.0 because if you'll remember, some of the consternation around the Batman 89 Batmobile that originally came from McFarlane was there was a difference in colors of the plastic between the canopy and the rest of the Batmobile, where like part of it was glossy, part of it was like grayish, part of it was black. And so Ramen came up with an upgrade set to address that, and not only address that, but also included some guns that you can attach with a double-sided tape to kind of actually no, it wasn't double-sided tape. They clicked into place, correct? Do you remember?
The guns clicked into place. He made it like it was almost Legos.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry. So I know he was through the development process. He was playing with, okay, should it be double-sided tape? But now they engineered them to click into place to where you can have sort of like the guns flipped out, even though they don't flip out, of the 89 Batman or 89 Batmobile. So this is kind of 2.0 where it's just they're still working on it. It's something I wasn't expecting. Kind of came out of left field, to be perfectly honest.
Well,
but
what's wild to me, and I guess I'm gonna pull up the pictures from Facebook here. Sorry, I had to like log into Facebook on this computer.
Oh yeah, no worries.
And I had to like do this whole authentication process. But I didn't know that it was physically possible to put two seats in this thing.
I didn't either.
It's freaking brilliant. So I'm gonna go grab my guy real quick if you want to keep talking. Okay. Yeah, it's right outside my room. I'll be right back.
Cool. Go ahead. I'm gonna pull up the link too to see if I can share some other pictures. Here we go. Let me see. Present, share screen, window. Okay. Here we go. Share. And then we're going to pull mine up. Okay, cool. So here you can kind of see what I was talking about where, let me zoom in. Nope, that's not working. You can see here from a different angle where
I got you.
To log in. Yeah, sorry. I was pulling up something else, but you can kind of see. Let me remove that from the stage and pull this back up. So again, it's just
hold on.
This is still just
I have all your links here. Is it the second one?
That's the second one. Yeah. Okay. Where you can see more of the instrumentation if you were to turn around.
Oh, it's so
sick. And then there's one picture of it where it really is zoomed in, where you could you just appreciate the art that is going into this.
Like, it's so cool. Again, I have the Hot Toys Batmobile. It's been sitting in the box. I'm waiting for my new display case to come in That'll be really nice. But this thing now, so I have the revised cage set, and then so I have the guns. I didn't put the gas tanks on. Those are the two-way sticker things. But it's wild to me that he solved the engineering. So this has the replaced canopy, so it's more accurate. And this is the second version, so it's actually lower to the ground. But then like the engineering to use the bat symbol here, and then have the like kind of Lego find thing where it actually clicks in, and it's like, it stays on there. It's brilliant. And then the canopy comes down. So there is an instrument panel there in the regular one-seater. But to your point, like it looks so much more accurate. It's way better. And it really makes a relatively inexpensive vehicle look like $1 million.
And how much was the CAG 1.0 set?
It was $19.89.
Okay, there you go. So I don't know if that's going to be the same price point for this cockpit.
Is A series usually lingering around sometimes? Maybe he isn't.
Maybe, but and you might need to know. Okay, taking it apart, I'm sure it's going to involve a little more than just popping the other things on. But
it's still not easy. I gotta be completely honest. Like this, there's just a
couple of screws on the bottom of it.
There's screws on the bottom, and then you pretty much had to take out the little seat tray thing anyway when you did the other thing. It wasn't like I am not like a super savvy, tinkerer or whatever, but it was relatively easy to do. I don't see this new thing being that big of a deal. I gotta be completely honest.
So and this is sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, please finish that.
I was gonna say this is a great point from Dan Larson of the Toy Geeks podcast. That I don't even need the figure to sit in it. Just having a more accurate 1989 Batmobile is fantastic, and my figures can stand next to it. Exactly. Having it where there are just two seats in the cockpit, a little different, a little more accuracy with the instrument clusters. I mean, there are people who just are vehicle collectors, whether it be the A-Team van or the Turtle Wagon or Batmobiles, that they don't necessarily need their figures to fit in it. But perfect comment for if you just want a more accurate McFarlane Batmobile, that this is a great place to get it.
It's so cool. I don't know. Has he said if he's gonna like re-release the canopy version too, so if you like buy it all together?
I didn't see anything that would indicate that. Let me see. Let me look at the fifth link. Why aren't you pulling up? There we go. Let me see.
This Battle Bones looks pretty slick too.
Yeah, so that was the other thing that was on their Facebook was So if you scroll, there you go. There's a really zoomed in picture of it, and I'll
the little screen with the Batmobile that's sculpted and painted.
Yeah,
it's freaking brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And again, just the fact that he was able to fit a 2-seater in it. It's absolutely brilliant. Anyways, so Ace, you often outdo yourself, but you outdid yourself again. This thing looks really cool. Really, really cool. Oh, okay. He said in the comments he would reissue the cage or the CAG.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
So boom. There you go. All right. Let's see. What else do you want to jump into?
So we talk Bad to the Bone, we talk CAG. You want to bring up the E-Honda? Jada Street Fighter is dropping E-Honda.
I do want to touch on this. This was almost like the main topic because I thought it was so interesting because of our premium DNA resurgent discussion or whatever. So still haven't fulfilled the
Earthworm Jim
for Earthworm Jim. And people, they took orders on Care Bears. All of these things still haven't arrived. But Sparkster from Rocket Knight Adventures is, I guess, going to be in stock this year. It seems like these are being fulfilled by Konami. It's a Konami character. But kind of wild, right? Like, I don't know. I thought that was
kind of
interesting.
This is an opportunity for Premium DNA to demonstrate what they claimed via that email and what we talked about a little bit, where they've turned over a new leaf. They're only going to take pre-orders closer to the actual delivery dates of these figures. Okay, this is a perfect litmus test right now, and we can follow up December 30th, whatever, right? Where now they are claiming in November in in November of 2025 that
The
they're
year
going
of
to
our
open up
Lord,
orders. That's what
2025.
in the year of our Lord, Anno Domini. They are saying that they are not only just taking pre-orders in the month of December, but they are delivering within the month of December. So we'll see. Don't hold your breath. Buyer beware. Look into the history of the organization. But again,
well, if they're in stock, it's so weird. It's so weird. It's super sus, as Allison Troy says.
Yep. So, yep.
Oh, I did want to plus this in. I saw Shelf Presence put a $5 chat in to clarify his stance on saying Batman Returns sucks. I made the horrible mistake. Batman Returns is amazing. I meant Bane Dark Knight Rises. I had DK Returns in my head.
Okay.
I am saying Burton Batman is the best. So there you go. I was shocked.
Fair enough.
I feel like I've known Shelf for a while now here that joins us every single week. But again, hey, listen, people are allowed to have their opinions and their takes. So
and hold on, just to be clear, again, this is not an advertisement. We are just talking about news. What happened to Earthworm Jim drama? Is it resolved? No, it is not resolved.
They came back saying, hey, we worked out the issue with the factory, and for your troubles, we're throwing in the evil Earthworm Jim, but people still haven't gotten them.
They say a lot of things, is what I'm saying.
So we'll see.
They don't necessarily do the things that they say, though. So this is an opportunity for them to do what they say. And this is right on the heels of, it's been less than 30 days, right? Since they came out with that email. So, okay. All right. I'm from Missouri. Show me.
I dig it. All right. You want to talk about E Honda? Let's talk about E Honda, the latest figure from Jada's Street Fighters. Integral character. Makes sense why it took a little longer to get to him, because he's a lot of a larger tooling and stuff that's to go into this figure. Aside from kind of it looks like some separation just in some of these pictures in the shoulders. I think it looks incredible. It's like another slam dunk for Jada Toys and the Street Fighter toy line. Quip, what was your thoughts on seeing this?
Anybody who's ever been to a public gym and has tried to just get changed real quick might get PTSD from this figure, just because of how look, the thigh. There's too much thigh from E Honda.
You just keep your head up, Quip. Don't look down.
Just don't look. Just
eyes on the horizon.
Face the lockers and just get dressed and get out of there as quick as possible.
Eyes on the horizon. Don't look at all the old dude dong hanging about. Just eyes on the horizon.
I just thought the one picture of his leg propped up, where there was a shadow that was cast, but I was like, yeah, that's a public gym locker room. No, this is a great characterization. Love the portrait that captures E Honda's face. He's big and beefy, as you would expect him to be. The 100-hand slap effect, fantastic. They did a great job with Chun-Li's kick, and now his 100-hand slap. It's good. Anybody who played the game was infuriated by people who picked Chun-Li or E Honda with that 100-hand slap. So maybe you're getting PTSD from that.
Yeah, E Honda was if you didn't really know how to play, this was a good one to go with.
He's a good button mashing character.
Exactly.
So it's a good starter.
Yep.
Chun-Li, E Honda, Dulcim, right? Good starter characters. Yep. So but still, I love that it hasn't been long and we are so close
Was that Sim landing on Quip?
You think you're gonna ignore me? No. But no, this is great. I love that Jada set out to do a Street Fighter 2 line. They didn't mess around. They have had a
No.
steady stream of characters. On top of those characters, they've had a steady stream of variants,
Mhm.
special figures, including pack-ins where you might want those extra figures, but you don't absolutely have to have them. And boom, 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 all the way to including the new challengers of DJ and Cammy. We still need to see T-Hawk. We still need to see, well, they still need to do the pre-orders for T-Hawk is what I should say. Because we've seen them all. They've at least just developed them and shown them throughout the con. So boom, 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 order date after order date. They just dropped Balrog. Now E-Honda's here. I honestly have no notes. Jada is knocking it out of the ballpark.
Well,
They are coming in at a great price point. Yes, they've increased prices a little bit, but the cost of materials have also gone up. The cost of manufacturing has gone up. So nothing crazy. Plus, this figure is a bigger, beefier dude. He's going to include a little more plastic than some of your smaller figures. The great thing about the Street Fighter line is the scale that they've introduced. It's not like they're all on the same buck or, you know, when like G.I. Joe dropped and everybody was kind of the same size. No, they're the big ones are biggins. Small ones are smaller.
And you know, to that point, I think, you know, like people are in the chat. I hate what McFarlane is doing with Mortal Kombat. In fairness, like Mortal Kombat, and no offense to the Mortal Kombat fans, like the character designs, I don't think are as dynamic as Street Fighter. I'm not saying that is why maybe you don't like them as much, but I agree. Doing a different scale. When I saw them at the Comic-Con party, I was like, oh man, you kind of made these seven. Like, I mean, it's McFarlane, it's 7-inch scale, whatever. It's what they do. I was like, you missed an opportunity. Like, you could have made these play a little more with Jada. But what I love about what Jada has done is, to your point, they maybe, you know, another smaller toy company like Jada Toys. I'm not saying they're like tiny, but they're not a Hasbro or Mattel. They would oftentimes be do, okay, we're gonna give you like maybe 4 of the popular figures that maybe aren't that difficult to tool, and we'll move on to something else, right? We'll try and find another IP to get some money off of. The fact that they have continued to release character after character with unique proportions and designs that are difficult to do in the modern action figure producing era, at, to your point, a reasonable price. And I know Jada gets its flowers, but it should. They really should, because that it should not be taken for granted how special the Street Fighters line is.
And this is purely conjecture. We don't need to get into causation versus correlation, but in my headcanon, the pressure that Jada applied to other organizations that had Capcom licenses and Street Fighter licenses even forced a larger distributor like Storm to come up with a whole new line, the Storm Arena line, where they're like, hey guys, we can do Street Fighter 2, and hey, guess what?
Sure about that?
These are around the same price point, right? Before Storm Collectibles was doing some larger Street Fighter figures, which were phenomenal. I still want to get my hands on the Sagat that came from Storm, the larger one. But the fact that this pressure that Jada applied by doing so well and receiving all the accolades of toy tubers, collectors, other people in the industry alike, they just did phenomenal work. And this, I mean, let's not forget that this Street Fighter line is Jada's first venture into action figures. Wait, let me clean that up. They did Frankenberry and Count Chocula.
Sure, like kind of onesie twosie kind of thing. But you're right.
This was the first. We're gonna do a huge line of figures. It's an IP that people have been clamoring for, and they delivered.
Good on them, man.
And they continue
from making die-cast vehicles and like RC cars and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
and not only did they deliver, but they continue to improve, as was just shared here by Stanley Eberhard. Apparently, this E-Honda is on the 1.5 buck system. If you look at the buck system for Balrog and the articulation points that they gave him, the ability to put his arms in and to raise his arm up to throw an overhand punch versus it just looking straight, they continue to innovate while still rolling out these characters to a point where people wouldn't be upset about upgrading a figure deeper in the line if they did go back and create different variants for, say, a Ryu or Ken or Chun-Li or some of the earlier figures, right?
Well, and the thing is like and I don't want to kick Super 7 while they're down or whatever, but there is this element of like, well, this is the one we have and we keep reusing the same thing that people have frustrations with, or we're not improving it or whatever, right? And that's happened. Sorry, it was Universal Monsters. But again, to continually improve and continue to push the envelope, I think is an admirable thing. And I think, again, like I'm not a super Street Fighter fan. I played the arcade game as a kid. I'm pretty sure I had on Sega Genesis as a kid. But it's not like a IP that I'm like clamoring for, but I can just appreciate the hell out of what they've accomplished and continue to accomplish. And this is a great point here. Storm is a 15 years company and haven't finished a complete roster. Jada Toys is completing this Super Street Fighter 2 roster in 3 years. That doesn't happen that often. And I think, again, we've been collecting toys long enough to know, especially in the modern adult toy collector era, how long it takes to complete rosters, or sometimes just always we get like maybe halfway, we get the popular ones, but we don't get much beyond that. Again, it's incredible. I'm so happy for people that love this line and love these characters, because this is a rarity, and it needs to be appreciated for sure.
And just in time, just in case there's anybody who is also, we got a lot of crossover audience with Yes Have Some on the Yes Have Some Discord. Craig has gone full Craig mode. I don't know if they're still available, but he is selling his entire complete collection of the Street Fighter figures. Don't know what he's got cooking up, what he's going to use that money for, but he's willing to cut a deal. So if you're not in this line, you've been thinking about getting into this line, and you're okay buying some secondhand figures.
Where is it at? Is it in his buy sell trade?
Yeah. If you just check out his buy sell trade, so a little bit of a plug for Craig to help him go Craig mode. But yeah, and that's right before this E-Honda drops, which is E-Honda drops should be 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern
time. I don't know
time.
if you want
so
to be
that's
blown
noon.
up at the spot, but I of course I'm a YHS patron and Discord member. That's a good collection right there.
You go. That's a solid collection. So,
hit up Craig.
And he said he's willing to cut a deal. So, send him a DM.
Or help Craig out. Maybe he's trying to fund the Cryptoids or something. Who knows?
Right. Don't give him the idea of spinning that. Yeah. Hold on.
Remember, you can throw them back to Craig next year for double the price.
It's an investment, babe.
Craig is probably buying Storm Arena.
There you go. But you can get in on this line if you feel like, oh, there's too many figures, I've lost out. Here's your opportunity. It's a great opportunity to get in.
So for one person though, so you better get on
Just
it.
One. That's it.
Craig, I'm back in. Oh my god. All right. Quip, we got time for like one more thing. What's one more thing we should jump into?
Got
E-Honda, we did Rocket Knight. Wait, Super 7s? Oh, reaction GI Joes. Okay.
Yeah, the reaction Joes.
Meh.
They're there. You don't want to talk about them? And then there's the Jazzwares Five Nights at Freddy's. I just thought that was kind of a fun series, but
I mean, it's funny, I was like clamoring for more O-rings. I just don't like how they've done their O-rings. Personally. At least I don't know if they've gotten better. People in the chat, like, let me know about the first few O-rings. I just didn't. The plastic feels so cheap, and you could say it's because they're trying to make it more cartoon accurate or whatever, but like when I compare this to was it Delta 17, like those figures feel like real brand new GI Joe figures. And I know Operation Recall are using the same factory and stuff that did the Delta 17 figures. Like those are what these should be, and they just haven't been that for me. But in terms of like character designs, like they're cool. If that's your thing.
I got excited when I saw the glowing snake eyes. I was like, "Ooh, I know that reference." As somebody who isn't as well versed on GI Joe, I was like, "This is the Mass Effect episode where he got exposed to the radiation." But yeah.
Patrick says, say they prove only a little bit. If you like the early ones, you just be happy. If not, then no. Let's see. They made the matte, the old school plastic was glossy. It glossy, and then it had this like Lego plastic level of quality to it, or at least in the Delta 17 figures. And so like it just makes these feel cheap in comparison. But yeah, so those are there. And then Five Nights at Freddy's. This is a property completely over my head. I have no idea what
it
the hell
is. This is
about.
what the kids are excited about. It gets them going. But conceptually, from the perspective of toy engineering. So this is the toy nerd in me coming out, the toy geek, if you will. That Jazzwares has this system that they created for Five Nights at Freddy. It's this endo system.
That's cool. It's like
they've done 2 characters, but yeah, and so they have kind of a brand newish character. Like this is your classic Foxy, and then you can also do the withered, creepy Foxy, and then you can kind of mix and match which version of these mascots you put together for display. Yeah, I just thought it was fun. Like sometimes it's not about being super duper accurate or screen this or look at that likeness, like we were talking with Anne Hathaway and the Catwoman figure from Inart. This is getting back to the purity, right? And that's what I do love about our conversations. We're talking about collecting at different levels. Here you go, $30 price point. This toy is specifically for kids, but you can still collect it. It's fun if you are a Five Nights at Freddy fan, and then you can just display it however you want.
I love this idea.
Yeah.
And I know enough to know that they're like Chuck E. Cheese or animatronic figures or characters or whatever, right? So it's kind of cool. This is like the robot underneath. But yeah, even like as just a toy, I think it's really cool. It reminds me of a toy that I always wanted as a kid and just never got was the Terminator 2 like exoskeleton fact or whatever, where like it was kind of like Play-Doh or something. You put the little Terminator exoskeleton and then injects Play-Doh or something into it. I did have the the regular exoskeleton figure, and what I would do is get silly putty and like mold the silly putty on him as like his skin that I could rip off or whatever. But that was just to try and try to achieve what that original place of this is a really cool toy. Yeah. All right, well, let's close things out there. Quip, we had a lot of fun tonight. Ooh, Blake from Toy Collector Magazine says Operation Recall feature in TC21, which is now. Well, there you go. Yeah, he had another one in here. It's probably way too far back. Call out as well. But anywho, fun show tonight. Oh, let's close on this.
Somebody fold the Tron flag.
21 gun salute.
Oh man.
Hold on, I'm pulling up now. Brian brings charts, master of the charts. Sorry, Brian, this chart was not very compelling. Oh, Brandon Gash interview. There we go.
Awesome.
All right, so it's doing. How bad is it? How bad is it doing? It's doing worse than Reva's lightsaber. I think it's still slightly under where Reva's lightsaber was, which Reva's lightsaber is almost like, did it even exist? Honestly, maybe the best part of this Haslab is this chart. It is a gorgeous chart.
It's a good looking chart.
Brian Brink says, fun fact, Sky Striker did do 8,900 on its last day. There's still hope.
Biggest
that was
comeback
weird though, where the Rancor died, like it didn't make it. And I feel like people had like money burning in their pockets and they spent it on that. But there's something with that set where people have tons of those planes just in surplus. It was interesting. But anyway, yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't think it's gonna happen. Make it stop. It's already dead. Raise your light disc. I did see this. I know Mr. Stevie was taking constructive criticism on his Instagram. He even asked things like, what would you pay for each of these figures individually, stuff like that. So I don't know,
Okay.
If this thing fails, will there, be other options available to get those figures? Because I think the figures look amazing. The light cycles are fine. I don't think they're that crazy. I don't think they're that much different.
But the packaging for mint and box collectors,
these were very Quip friendly,
great.
at least just in terms of looks.
Yeah. I dig them. Yeah.
But
I'm more of a legacy guy, but taking a look at these, the figures look great, especially if you're considering they're 3/7/4 size. It really just is. And I mentioned this on Highly Articulated, like he had a chat going. He was live streaming earlier today too, where this doesn't feel like this pie in the sky dream.
Yeah, it's not
Haslab that's like, you have been wanting this since you were a child. Now, wanting it as a Tron fan, that's not taking away from the fandom of the IP. But when you're talking about bottom line, what you get 4 figures, 2 cycles, cardboard cut out of the grid that any amateur customizer could probably put together.
Well, is
that Haslab worthy?
No, it's not, and
Sorry, I said 4, it's 5 figures. Go ahead.
Dan and I just finished wrapping up the entirety of all Tron toys. It took 2 episodes. And like, and in reviewing it and going back through all these figures, this is like the first time we've gotten high or had the potential to get highly posable versions of these characters, right?
Yep.
You could say we had accurate ones with the Diamond Select, but those are barely movable. And as Dan Larson points out in the Toy Geek series, no blacklight effect. So there's just the thing is like, this is not how they look in the movie. The card art shows you how they look in the movie.
Yeah.
And this just looks like them without any special effects or like whatever leotards they were wearing,
Yeah.
And it's just it's still just kind of missing the mark a little bit, but I still would love to have these figures.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe there's another way they can do it. But as far as charts go, as Brian Brink said, I guess Sky Striker did 8,500 or 8,900 on the last day. Miracles can happen, but I wouldn't count on it. This thing is just not looking good.
I, for the life of me, do not understand why they didn't just go with the make-to-order model like they did with an Apocalypse, right? Just, hey, here's the wave. Even if you didn't get the figure, even if you were trying to feel things out and see how popular it was, even if we got the figures mint on card made to order, and then, okay, they didn't get around to the light cycles because maybe they didn't sell as many as they thought they would. That still, I feel, would have been nicer for Tron collectors. I mean, ideally you get it all, but if they really were trying to test the waters, okay, just do a small MOQ. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Agreed. Oh, here we go. Dan can have the final thought on that. No glow, no dough.
There you have it.
There's our new no Ula no Mula. No glow, no dough. And yeah.
So much potential. And as Blake called out though as well, I really hope that they are taking away the right lessons from this, that it is not an indictment of the 3/4 scale, because that does lend itself perfectly to world building, right?
It does. But Blake, I think, has the right take here because or the right concern because Toy, like the suits, not the Stevies and the Lennys and the Emilys of the world, the suits that run these corporations that are publicly traded corporations, they look to this stuff and they're like, and they don't care. They won't try to dig into it or whatever, but they'll paint a broad brush.
Yeah.
And say, whoa, it did that bad? Yeah, scrap the whole thing. We're not doing that.
Yeah. I mean, it's been said before. I don't want to beat the dead horse, as people were saying, but why they opted for this to be the Haslab, why they ran concurrently a 1/12 scale line from a completely different movie from Legacy, which, again, no toy line for the movie that just came out. Mind you, that movie is not doing well for good or bad reasons. But the whole campaign just feels like a fustercluck. Yes, a fustercluck.
So we'll see. 375 stars will save the scale. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the Star Wars it'll always be 375. Nothing. They don't do Joe's that scale anymore. They did Marvel Universe for a millisecond. They don't do that anymore. But the thing is, like, Star Wars, they'll have 375. But if you wanted other 375 stuff, maybe not. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. I think that's a good place to wrap this thing up. Quip. Oh, we have an After Dark for our patrons.
We do have an After Dark.
Accomplished Geek Dad Life. $5. Come hang out with us tonight because I got one of my Ecto ones in.
Huzzah!
And so I figured, we could just hang out, chat, shoot the shiz. And also I'll open up this Ecto one. It's not the deluxe one though. I'm kind of a little bit peeved about that, but whatever. I got two.
You got two. Okay, so you got. Go ahead.
I should have been smarter. Like, or if I was a more savvy flipper, I should have just gotten two deluxes and then just sell the extra stuff.
Could have done that. Hindsight's 2020. You don't know what other pre-orders and things you were buying at the time.
It was like $700 and something to commit to get two of them. It was a terrible financial decision, but I needed two. Yeah, exactly. I got two. But they're shipping them separately, so I got the regular one. So that's the one I'll be opening after dark. And then whenever I get the other one in, then I'll do a proper review of it. Yeah, exactly. Separate shippers for the 1A. But anyways, so come hang out after dark. I'll be opening that up. Quip, I don't know if you have any pickups you want to share as well.
Nope, but I do want to share with anybody who wasn't here at the beginning of the show that may have missed it. I did finish up a stream before this on Brick Something's channel. So check out Brick Something's channel, Needless Ephemera. We saw it is the news. He does it every Sunday. I like to say he's the Full House to our Family Matters. They usually start around 6:45. Started a little earlier today, but we have a great conversation with Sebastian Gomez. You know him from some awesome Mighty Duck renderings, his work on Powerline and Bobby renders, which led to the Mondo squads. He's also just doing all sorts of great stuff. So we talk with Sebastian Gomez, and Sebastian Gomez gave us the hookup of bringing on Brandon Gash, who worked on the Mondo Donnie stuff, and he shared a lot of behind the scenes slides from the Bible of the Mondo TMNT, some of the lore, some of the concepts, earlier art that they used that was building to the figure that we now see available for pre-order. It's available till December 2nd. I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I'm going to buy a second one, but definitely have the first one locked in.
Second one. It's not my money.
But yeah, go and check that out. Brandon Gash was great. It was awesome to have on. And we're just talking about, nostalgia, like what drives our collecting at this stage of collecting and how big a factor nostalgia plays into it versus newer concept art. So great stuff. Check out Brick Something's channel.
Beautiful. All right. That is going to wrap it up. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out. We'll see you all in the After Dark for our patrons. And then we'll see you all. Oh, no live stream next Sunday. We're taking off for Thanksgiving, but then we'll be back after that. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you all next time. Hasta luego. And goodbye.
Happy holidays. Enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Right. Happy holidays.